IGL down 19%, Mahanagar Gas down 13%, Gujarat State Petro, which is also down for about 7%. Well, why are all these gas related stocks crashing today? Well, if you want to know that, along with some of the quarterly results like Hero MotoCorp in the entire auto sector as a whole, then Muthoot Finance and Glenmark Pharma, decoding all of that in today's video. Hey guys, welcome to today's post-market report by Goodwill. So if we look at Nifty for the day, it opened with a slight gap up and then just stayed almost sideways to a negative, I would say. If you look at the daily chart I have here, it is again coming back to its long-term trend line. So it's quite not there yet, but I think it might reach there in a couple of days. I'm very interested to see what will take place once that happens. And along with that, I would also like to show you a Nifty chart with 200-day EMA where it is also trading very near to that, which might act as a good support. And if we take a look at Bank Nifty, by the way, our beloved weekly contracts are no more. This is probably the first week where we only have Bank Nifty's monthly option, and it is clearly visible in the index over here, opened with a slight gap up and then just completely sideways for the entire day, right? And then if we take a look at the FII and DII data for the day, till month they have sold a whooping 30,900 crores. And but if we take a look at the daily selling, right, back from about 4,000 crores a day, it came to 3,000 crores a day, and now finally we are at 1,400 crores a day. You can in a way say that the selling has the intensity of the selling has come down a little bit, and DIIs on the other hand are absolute beasts, buying all the stocks out there, buying up all the supply. 28,000 crore for the month and 2,300 crores for the day. So DIIs are clearly supporting the market on an everyday basis for about 30 days. And if we take a look at the top losers for the day, like I said at the beginning of the video, IGL, Mahanagar Gas, Gujarat State Petro, Gujarat Gas. What do all these stocks have in common? Well, obviously they are gas related stocks, and they are all down for a reason, and which is basically called as APM allocation. So let me just give you guys a quick intro of what an APM allocation is. So basically, Government of India has the authority to regulate the price of gas. So basically, these people set the price of gas. And let's say, for the sake of argument, gas costs about 1,000 rupees. Now, what Government of India does, they basically sell this to city state gas companies like IGL, MGL or Gujarat Gas. They basically sell it for a discount. For example, let's say they sell it for just 600 rupees. And they would again resell that to customers like us who maybe use gas for cylinders for cooking, or CNG gas, which is mainly used in vehicles. So basically they used to sell it for a profit. Now what has happened is that the supply of gas has come down by a significant amount. So government is now forced to basically cut down the amount of gas that they would allocate to these companies by 20%. Even last month they have cut it down by a significant amount. So again, another 20% cut basically means these companies will not be able to show the same amount of profit that they used to in the previous quarter. So it will significantly affect their net profit, net revenue, and everything in the financials. That is the reason why these stocks are down, hitting their lower circuits on in today's session. So as we can see, we have seen that effect in today's market where all these gas related stocks just came down crashing. And the next thing that I want to discuss with you guys is the quarterly results of Hero MotoCorp. If you noticed today in the early mornings, right, Hero MotoCorp was one of the top gainers for the day with about hitting almost 5% in the early 10 a.m. itself. So the reason behind this, action in the stock is basically net profits, which is up by 14.2%, which has gone up to 1,200 crores from 1,050 crores. And also, not to mention revenue and EBITDA, everything is up. And this comes as a surprise because just a few days ago, there was a news circulating that all these car companies have piled up a lot of cars, unsold cars in their goods, but clearly that might not be the case. And this surge in revenue is probably fueled by the festivals that took place just a month ago. During Diwali, people are more likely to purchase new bikes and cars, which we can clearly see the impact in the financials of Hero MotoCorp today. And just a few days ago, we noticed Isha Motor as well, which showed up very good financials, and the stock reacted in a very similar way. So if we take a look at the chart of Hero MotoCorp here, opened with a gap up of almost 3.5% and hit a high of 5% during the day and closed somewhere around 2.7 to 2.8% at 4,700 rupees. So this is all about the Hero MotoCorp. And the next stock that I want to discuss is Muthoot Finance, which was in action today, where its net profits have gone up by 21% to 1,300 crores compared to the 1,090 crores last year. So now here, the reason for the increase in net profit is why the stock is going up. That is increase in AUM. AUM basically stands for asset under management. What Muthoot Finance basically does is it takes gold from people and then gives loan in return, basically gold loans. And this has surged to almost 1 lakh crores. This is a new milestone for the company, and clearly market is reacting to it, where the stock has gone up by stock was in action the complete day, right? And also it's basically very important to mention that gold price hit almost 80,000 rupees, not exactly 80, right? It went almost 79,800, I suppose, just a couple of months back, which is also very good for the company because they deal with gold loans, and the gold that they're holding hit an all-time high just a few months ago. And we can clearly see the impact of that in this quarterly results. And the stock has reacted to almost going up 8% in today's session. And the next stock that we want to talk about is Glenmark Pharma. And the pharmaceutical sector as a whole is under action, I would say. Trump being elected, some stocks basically like Glenmark Pharma, if I can show you the chart over here, on the day of the election it went up by a huge margin, I would say, right? Because Glenmark Pharma sells in both Russia and US. If US were to basically put a ban on pharmaceutical companies in Russia, then it would most certainly benefit companies like Glenmark Pharma. So we saw a huge uprise on the day of the election, but now I think that news is pretty dried out. And today, after the quarterly results, where they again posted a consolidated loss after tax of 180 crores. And also Glenmark Pharma is under action because they tried to sell one of their subsidiary company, right? Glenmark Pharma Life Sciences as an offer for sale. Ever since then, stock is on a downtrend. And again, on that news, we see the quarterly results again being a stunted growth in the financials. So market is clearly reacting to that. So apart from this, I also want to show you guys about the stocks that you might have to watch out for tomorrow. And these are the stocks that are basically announcing their quarterly results. We have the main stock that you might have to keep your eyes on is the Vari Energies, which has given insurmountable amount of return for its investors. And clearly today itself, in the anticipation of the results, we notice a 6.75% uprise in the stock, and it will be pretty fun to watch what will happen in the stock tomorrow once the results are out. And finally, I want to show you guys a new tool, R&T, which stands for Research and Trade. Especially if you are a trader who wants to turn trading into a business, you have to check out app.gwcindia.live, where you will be able to see all the different plans and the funds required and the past performances.
Disclaimer: investments in the securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.